Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a grocery haul through Woolworths for our family of 4 and yes, I have blown the budget. We're on school holidays, the start of school holidays, so let's have a look at what I purchased from Woolworths this week. So I've got a box of Uncle Toby's rolled oats. I usually buy the quick oats, but I needed rolled oats for a recipe. They were $3.25 this week, which is a really good price for Uncle Toby's. That's for a kilo. I always wait for this special. I've also got some of the organic Italian passata sauce. They were $2.50 a bottle. Someone messaged me on my channel and said to give these a try because they were really nice, and they are really good price too for $2.50. So I don't think I've ever tried it before, but I'm looking forward to it because I've got lots of recipes coming up. Well, lots of meals coming up anyway that I need to make and freeze as well. So, yeah, I'll be needing that. I've also got some of the El Paso hard and soft taco kit Mexican style. They were on special this week for the taco kit for $4.75. So I always try and grab a box of these. I probably should have got a few boxes of them, but I thought just one's enough because, they're like $10 now, which is just extreme. I've also got a couple of cans of soup. The Heinz ones were on special for $2.20 this week. So that's a pretty good deal. And I also got some canned tomatoes at $1.10 a can as well. I've got a tomato soup. I've got an Italian minestrone. I've also got a pea and ham, which the kids really love. And I've got a peppered steak soup as well. Just trying to stock up with a few things. I've also got the protein pancake mix that you've seen me buy a few times in my hauls. It is 15 grams of protein per serving, but also you can have extra protein if you add the milk and the egg to the pancake mix instead of the water. But this is $6 a bag, so I really do like this one. I do buy it regularly now. I also got another Decor thermo glass baking dish. These were $7.75, same price as I paid for it last time, and I really do like these ones. They also fit in my air fryer the right way, obviously not without obviously taking the lid off it, but yeah, I cook in the air fryer with them. It saves time in cleaning and if I want to do bakes and things like that. So yeah, I really do like these ones. I do have many other ones like from Kmart and things. I keep forgetting to buy some from Kmart, but I must get some more. But I don't need a lot of them. I just want to try and eliminate a lot of the plastics that I've got and trying to use a lot more of the glassware. I've also got the Pyrex measuring jug. It has been a long time since I've bought one of these. The one I've got in the cupboard is ancient and it's got no more writing, no measurements on it anymore. It's all been wiped off. These were on special for $8.70 and they just last forever. But like I said, I've just worn all the writing off it, so I needed another one of them. I really do love them. They're so thick, the glass. I have a few of these ones now without any measurements on them, but you can always just use them as a jug. I've also got lots of cuppa soups because the kids absolutely love these. They're $1.40 this week, so I ended up getting 5 packets of them. I'm probably going to have these occasionally too, sometimes throughout the day. I don't ever really have continental soups. I usually have the canned soups, but, they are good, I guess, if you just wanted to have something to fill you up instead of like a cup of tea or a coffee or something. But yeah, the kids just went crazy and they wanted a few of these. And they actually got on there while I was doing the shop online and ordered a few different sorts of packets of them, like pepper steak and creamy chicken and Italian minestrone and all that. So anyway, as long as they enjoy them. I've also got some barbecue sauce and tomato sauce there. The Aussie Farmer ones, which were $2.90 a bottle. We're always running out of sauces, mayonnaise, chili sauces. I can't keep up with the condiments, but I know the smoky barbecue one is really, really nice. It just gives it that different sort of a taste, especially if you're having sausages on bread or something like that. So that's one I do buy occasionally. It's really nice, and the kids just find it different than normal barbecue sauce. I've got some of the thick and rich chocolate sauce. The kids really like this in their milkshakes. We just put it with milk and blend it up. That was $3.60. I also thought I'd try this jam. I usually buy the Cotties one, but I got this Barker's strawberry jam. It was $5.50, and it's a good size jar of it too. So it's 455 grams. We just go through a lot of jam. I think it's because the kids like making scones and all that as well. I also got some mild salsa just to put with tacos and mince and things. I noticed this one has gone up to $1.90 yet now. It used to be like $1.60 for ages. I was desperate for baking paper. I got 15 meters for $2.70, and I also got some resealable sandwich bags for $3.65 just to put my cooked meat in and things like that and downsize it into the freezer. I haven't bought Weet-Bix in such a long time, but I finally feel like we need some. The ones we've got in the box are probably a little bit stale now. So $6 for a box of Weet-Bix, and I also got myself some all-bran breakfast cereal for $4. I haven't had this in probably about a year or more, so I thought I'd get that again as something different. And I also just got the Woolworths brand 24 ice cream cone cups for $2.80. I usually get the other brand, but I thought the ice cream goes so quick anyway, it doesn't really matter. They probably won't be in the box for long over the school holidays. I also got some of the Woolworths pineapple soft drink, which we're really enjoying at the moment at $1.30 a bottle. I noticed there's a sugar-free one in there, so I'm not actually, there's two sugar-free ones there, which I didn't purchase. It must have been just a mistake by the shopper. Milo, $11.50 for a refill bag. I often get the refill bag. It's cheaper. And I got the Real McCoy salt and vinegar chips because we actually really like those ones, and they're $3 a bag. And that is for 220 grams. They are usually $3.80 a bag, which is still pretty good for the amount you get. I got some of this trail mix. I made a mistake. I thought it was more of a nut bag, but it wasn't. It's got more sultanas and banana chips and all that in it. And that was $7.70 a bag for 400 grams. It's still pretty good because it's got a good mixture of things in it. Sometimes we put it on cereal as well. My husband likes to do that. He'll put it on extra muesli or something like that. But, it's always good to have I always find it's good to have a little bag of it in my handbag if I feel like I need something sugary or nutty, I guess. I've also got a can of Baxter's dog food for Bentley, just one can for $2.50. Sometimes I often buy him a can just as a bit of a treat, and I mix it with his dry food. I've also got some jellies here, just feel like jelly over the winter period. Jelly's always a good standby for desserts for the kids anyway. $1.35 a packet. I've also got some yeast. I found some bread mix in the cupboard that I need to use within the next month. Had no yeast but, so I just got a box for $3. I probably won't even cook it, but I'm going to try and make an effort in the next few days to cook this bread. And I've also got a packet of paracetamol for $1 for 16 capsules. I've also got a bottle of the foaming hand wash for $3.50 for a litre. I find this one really good. I just fill up the hand wash container in the kitchen and the laundry and the bathroom with it. I've also got some Dynamo because it was on special this week. I only buy it when it's on special. It was $20.50 for the odour eliminator one for 4 litres. It's usually like $40, so I always wait for that sale to come on special. And when I run out, I'll just use a home brand one or something like that just to fill in until I get the Dynamo back on special again. I've got Bentley a big bag of dog food, 8 kilos for $23. He's actually just sitting here now while I'm talking on the video, and he's looking at me wondering what I'm talking about. But yeah, that lasts him for ages, and he does really enjoy the Lucky Dog now. And like I said, I just got that can, so occasionally, like throughout the week, I'll mix it in there for him. I only got 3 loaves of bread this week. Kids are on holidays. They don't really eat a lot of sandwiches. And yeah, I'll probably just pop it in the freezer anyway. So $2.70 for a loaf of the white toast that I normally get. Just happy with this one. So we're just going to keep eating it until it changes, and hopefully it doesn't. A big packet of toilet paper, 24 pack, I'm pretty sure it is. And that is $10 now. That has come down in price. That was usually $10.60. So it's one of those things that have come down like the shelf price. Now looking at the fruit and vegetables that I've bought this week, I've got just a mixture of things here. So I've got a big bag of oranges for $5.90 there. I also got some tomatoes here, which were really expensive actually. I'm just looking now, they're $1.09 each. They were $1.09. They were $7.10 for 5 of them. I've got a bunch of spinach, which looks really healthy there, for $4.90. I've been pretty lucky with the spinach lately, except it has a lot of stalks on it, but you can't do much about that. I've also got some capsicums. I got 2 yellow capsicums this week and a red capsicum as well. They were $1.73. They were $1.73 each. I tried to get the brushed potatoes for $9. They didn't have them in stock, so they've substituted them for the 2 kilo of white potatoes there, which would have been $15.80 for 2 bags of them, it says here. I've also got some Hass avocados for $1.50 each, which wasn't too bad for avocados. Just a few bananas there for $4, which won't last me because we will go through them. But I've got so many bananas in the freezer as well, which I'm going to be making smoothies out of. It's just, I keep on buying the fresh ones because they're just easier, obviously, to eat straight away. The other ones are preferably just for the smoothies. And some frozen things now for the school holidays, which is a necessity. I've got 60 vegetable cocktail spring rolls there for $6.60. That's always a good price. They always seem to be the same price there. 60 of them is great. They last us ages. I've also got some of the Ingham's chicken breast nuggets, which are $11 a bag. So the tenders and the nuggets were $11 a bag. I did also get the sweet chili chicken tenders for $11. I got these mixed vegetables because I don't mind these ones now, and I'm going to put them in a recipe. I just find them really easy. They've got the zucchini, potato, beans, corn, and carrots. So pretty much nearly everything's in these, and they are cheap as they're like $2.80 for a kilo. So can't go wrong there. And they're not too bad either. I've also got some Bell Farms chopped spinach, which I got 4 bags there because this is just so handy to have in the freezer. Even though I did buy the fresh spinach this week, and they are such a great price at $1 a bag. And I've got this ice cream. We've had this one before. It's called the Premium Awesome Foursome. It was only $5.50. It's a New Zealand ice cream. It's got like a gummy, like little gummies in one of them. It's got cookies and cream, chocolate and vanilla. It's really delicious, and it's usually $11 a tub. So that was a pretty good purchase this week for the ice cream, even though it probably will not last long. But I've got the ice cream cones. One of the best ice cream hacks is always have your ice cream in a cone after dinner, so then you have no more washing up. Looking at the meats that I've got this week, I have bought a bulk amount of meat. Firstly, I just got some yogurt here. I've got this Plus Protein Paul's yogurt. I'm pretty sure I have tried this before, but I bought it again anyway. $7 a tub. I've also got some sausage mince because I was going to make the kids some sausage rolls at some point, and that was $5.50 for the sausage mince there. So yeah, I'll probably make them a batch of them because they do enjoy them. I haven't made them in such a long time. I've got some salted butter just for cooking. It's always so expensive, butter. So the butter was $4. I also got some olive oil spread because we're completely out of that for $3.50. I did get the milk, 15 litres of milk, which is outside in the garage. The milk is $4.35 for 3 litres. I got a packet of the Primo Thin Frankfurts for $6.50. They're always a must on the school holidays or for a Friday night, just for an easy go-to meal for the kids, because sometimes the kids won't eat what we eat, and these things are always handy to have. And I also got some beef mince, just 1.8 kilos, so I got 2 big packets of that because I'm hoping to just make a few meals and freeze it. They were $20.70 each for 1.8 kilos, so I just thought, why not just cook a batch in the slow cooker, in a pot, just get rid of all the mince and freeze it. And I've also got some chicken breast fillets for $14.85 as well. And I also forgot the Up and Goes as well. Sorry about that. They were $17. I'm pretty sure they're $17 a case. But this was a huge shop this week for our family. But coming up into the school holidays, I just thought, no, why not just get the things that I know I'm going to need? So the total of today's shop was $400.34, and I did use a discount of $10 as well. They had a promotional discount with that as well. I think it was if I spent a certain amount over. I can't really remember now, but I got $10 off as well. So I definitely have blown the budget, considering that I have been trying to stay under the $300 mark in my previous shops lately, but I knew that was going to happen coming up to the school holidays. So thanks everyone for watching today's grocery haul. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all soon for my next ones. Thanks everyone. Bye.